All right, so this is chapter 1.1. If you're on your ebook, you can find page 2, I think is what it is. We'll see what we can figure out here. A couple things here. I don't care much about the jokes. You can pause and go back and look at it if you like. But this is page 2 in your ebook, and we're going to talk about some undefined terms. Undefined terms are things that basically don't have definitions. Now what that means is, consider it like this. Try spelling the letter G. Well, if you're going to spell the letter G, you have to use letters, and letters are the most basic component of our language. So how do you spell the most basic thing? The only way you can spell things, build things, is using smaller parts. Well, the letter G is the most small part, right? So it's undefined. You can't really spell it. Now we can spell it phonetically, G-E-E, but you're not really spelling it. We have 3 of them in geometry: a point, a line, and a plane. We're going to talk about those here, okay? A plane, we're going to start with plane first. A plane is a 2-dimensional flat surface. Okay, here's what that means. 2-dimensional means it has no thickness. Okay, so if I take this piece of paper, okay, that piece of paper is infinitely too thick to be a real plane. Okay, it's got to have no thickness. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, and it goes on forever in both directions. Okay, it doesn't mean you can see forever in both directions. It just means that's where it goes. So the wall is part of a plane. You can only see to there and to there, but it goes on forever theoretically. Okay, the surface of your table does the same thing. You can name a plane by using 3 points. Any 3 points that are on the plane. A, B, or C right here. M right here is not a point. There's no little dot next to it. It does not matter the order of the points, just you got to use 3 points. If by chance they give you this little letter right here, it's an uppercase script letter, you can name it with just 1 letter. So we can call that plane ABC, or CBA, or BCA, or we can call it plane M, as you can see right here. It is 2-dimensional, which means, I'm going to turn off the lights here so you guys can see better. It means that, theoretically, on its edge, you'd never be able to see the plane. Okay, now this is from the movie Superman 2, I think. Scroll this back a little bit and see if I can get this right. And I paused it in a way that plane is still there, but you can't see it because it has no thickness. Now that doesn't exist in real life. Okay? Nothing you see has no thickness, but the picture on your TV does. So when you see that picture on your TV, like right here, like we see this as having depth because that's what our brain does, but I can't scrape it off. So it's 2-dimensional. Okay? So that's a plane. Now if I take 2 planes and let's do it this way. If I take 2 planes, here's a plane and here's a plane, I intersect them, right, like this, you get a line. Okay, so if you look at the ceiling of the room you're sitting in, or if you, in your case, if you happen to be in my classroom, look at where the ceiling hits the wall. That's the ceiling plane and the wall plane intersecting. That makes a line. And if the planes have no thickness, then neither does the line, which means a real line looks like this. It's got a length, 1 dimension, length only. No thickness, so just like with that Superman thing, you can't see it. So theoretically, I'm holding a real line. Lines are named by 2 points on the line. If there's more than 2 points, just pick 2. Doesn't matter the order. Okay? But you got to put a little, I'm going to draw this so it's a little bit easier to see for you guys. you got to put a little thing over it. So this is line AB, the little line over it. BA works as well. But see this little guy right here, this little lowercase script l, I can call it line L. Okay? Then, predictably, if two lines intersect, it creates a point. And if the two lines don't have any thickness, then the point doesn't have any thickness. Every point you've ever drawn on a graph is infinitely too big. Okay? We label points with a capital block letter. A, B, C, Z, whatever. Okay? Look down here. Collinear points, and I know that looks like collinear, but collinear points are points that lie on the same line. Coplanar points are points that lie on the same plane. So in class, everybody is coplanar. You're all on the same plane. You're sitting on the floor. Chairs, obviously, but on the floor. Not all of you are collinear. So those of you in the same row might be collinear. Okay? So now we're going to look at this. Give two other names for line PQ. So here's line PQ right here. Here's P, there's Q, there's line PQ. My options are to reverse the letters, call it QP, or name it with this guy right here and call it just line N. That's how that works. Name 3 points that are collinear. Well, they got to be on the same line. Now, I know R is not a point. Let's pretend it's a point for a second. Is R, P, and V collinear? Remember what I said in class? Maybe. So, we can't say they're collinear because we can't prove it. But that line is drawn by whoever did this, and it's good. Now, you can't just draw a line right there and say, now it's drawn. No, you can't do that. So, Q and P are collinear. V is collinear with any point. Any 2 points are collinear. You can draw a line between any 2 points. I can't necessarily draw a line between these three points. Remember, lines in geometry are always straight. They never curve. In art class, you can totally draw a line between any of those points. We're not in art class. So this is S, P, and T. Comma, comma. Okay, it's not a thing. Name 4 points that are coplanar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Try that one on your own. Same diagram, different question. Try that one on your own, and I'll give you the answer in 3, 2, I'm going to pause this, 1. All right, so give 2 other names for ST. Here's ST right here. There's a lot of names for this. I can go TS, reverse it. Remember, any 2 points work. So PT works. TP works. SP, PS, these all work. You got to put the arrows on them. Okay, I'm not going to do the rest of them. Or you can put it as line M. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different answers for that one. Name a point that is not coplanar with points Q, S, and T. So here's Q, S, and T right here. Q, S, and T. Okay? Not coplanar with those. Now, is P on the same plane? That means if I did like a blue plane right here, okay, I'm going to draw this poorly. Okay, if I did this and went here, here, and then dotted line there because it's hidden. There you go. There you go. And then like this. Wouldn't P be on the same plane? Because that line's on that plane, right? But V's not. V's off to the side. V's on the same plane with S and T, but not all 3. So V's your answer right there. That's it for today. Okay, any questions? We're going to do more of this tomorrow. Make sure you take good notes, ask questions, get in contact with me if you need to. Those of you who are Tuesday folks, I might see you tomorrow. Okay? And then you can ask your questions then. Thanks.